Hello, everybody. How are you? Good morning. I'm Fotini. I'm talking to you from Athens, Greece. I am a self-knowledge consultant. I am a esoteric astrologer, an activator of higher consciousness, and I'm carrying the energies of the High Priestess. And beyond all that, I am that I am. And I'm sharing what is in my blueprint, which is important and useful right now for the evolution of consciousness on the planet. I am, of course, not the only one, but if you are in alignment and hearing me, then probably um, you were magnetized to me for whatever reason. Today the video is about what you are hearing me saying. I'm carrying the energies of the High Priestess. What that means exactly. I wanted to bring it into grounding and a perspective from the human awareness, and how you can tap into this energy with my help and the coach and the activation. How can you use them? What is the purpose or the value of those energies? And so, because in this channel I want to be clear and pure with my intention and what I am communicating with you, this video is about explaining what does it mean to carry the energies of a high priestess. First and foremost, we, of course, we are not all high. We weren't all high priests or priestesses in previous lifetimes. The temples, going back to the temples of Atlantis, were sacred places where sacred ceremonies were performed that was from one point beneficial and educational about the universe, about the human DNA, the human blueprint, the evolution of consciousness, and it was like a secret and a sacred at the same time treasure of how you can know, if that is a correct word, to know spirit and to know matter. And priestesses were trained in the temples. Back in the old days, in Atlantis, for example, or in Lemuria, but mainly in Atlantis, the priestesses were trained in crystal temples. And at that point, the stargates that were connecting the Earth with the universe were open. After the fall of Atlantis, of course, they closed. And that knowledge was kept as apart from the DNA of the human aspect. So the priestesses, or the ascended master later, who were again incarnated upon Earth, had to go through what in the past we called enlightenment. And basically that meant that, sorry, it's a little bit noisy. I wanted to enjoy the light, but anyway. So the masters wanted, their life purpose was to remember who they truly are, and this is part of the enlightenment process. And so they brought forth the old teachings. That was what we called per se the mysticism, the mystic era of humanity, which was mainly the era of Pisces. I will give you an example. The three magi who visited Yeshua when was born, Melchior, Balthazar, and Gaspar, were ascended masters. El Moria, Master Kutumi of second ray, and Svalkul. And they knew astrology, of course. They knew that the man born, his soul enter through specific stargates and was incarnated in a specific family with specific knowledge in a specific community that was connected to Druids and back to Atlantis, the Essenes. And so they knew all that. Why I'm sharing all that? Because the priestesses and the priesthood continued to incarnate in various places upon earth, mainly in Egypt and in Greece, but then also in United Kingdom. That was the Avalon priestesses. Some of them went so far as Tibet, and they shared their knowledge about mathematics, astronomy, astrology, using of the matter, healing techniques especially, to improve the lives of people in the places where they were born, because it was part of who they were. Now, this era of keeping all this as a secret has ended. And we have moved into the era of Aquarius. And Aquarius is all about occultism. What does it mean? What does it mean, occultism? Occultism means everything is out in the open, is clear. And it's part of the externalization of the soul, which is the Christ within, which is the part of us that is eternal, pure, carrying all the knowledge of all timelines, of all incarnations, both here on earth and multidimensional. I'm talking to starseeds or Elohim or whatever. But even for earthlings, this knowledge is very useful for these times, because the evolution of this planet is now, and this is the important thing of this video, the evolution of this planet is now upon the heads of the souls that are now incarnated upon Earth, no matter where they are, no matter in what age they are. The destiny of the planet is now upon the humans. It's not about mysticism anymore. It's not about the soul of Gaia. The soul of Gaia has departed 2 years ago. It's like we're becoming the mother and the fathers. We don't have a mother in the sense of Gaia is the mother. No, we are adults now. And the evolution staircase, the evolutionary ladder is bringing this knowledge that it's hidden in our DNA into the forefront for assisting the planet and communicating it to people so that they can become sovereign. It's not a secret anymore, because remember, for example, the Dark Ages, where astrology or healing arts were forbidden. But even now, there are techniques who can heal your physical body, and the Western medicine department might say it's not valid. But the thing is that they are both valid. You know, it's an evolutionary step. The nowadays medicine is when it's performed in a rightful way, an evolutionary progress. It's not either or, it's both. Because this is not just a body, it's a temple. It's a temple. It's a temple of the soul. That's why I'm calling in my intro, in the videos, always I'm carrying the energies of the High Priestess. I'm not identifying myself anymore with being a High Priestess. Because in the modern world, what does it mean? Maybe nothing to many people. But the thing is that what I know and what I brought from the stars, it's written in my DNA. And I have tested. I know it's valid because I have seen it, I have proved it. And this is the new science. And this is the new the new invention that the Aquarian age is bringing. It's the seventh ray which is passing through Aquarius, and you can check the books for that, is the unification of spirit and matter. When spirit illuminates, that's the word, illuminates the dark matter of the physical body becomes, let's say, energized, reborn, become new, forgets the program of aging, forgets the program of something is wrong, because spirit is eternal, soul is eternal. But there is certain techniques for that. And as the first law of esoteric healing given by the master is self-healing is self-knowledge. This is the fifth ray. That's why I'm transmitting it from Greece. The ashram of the fifth ray is the only ashram in Europe, is above Crete. The temple is like Parthenon, Acropolis. It's where Archangel Raphael, beloved Lady Mary, and Pallas Athena are located. They are transmitting the wisdom of the healing arts and the love that is the most and the most significant healing tool, the unconditional love of the human experience. Because many people believe that loving unconditionally is about loving a criminal unconditionally. It's not about that. Unconditionally loving the human experience is about understanding what is happening and provide a loving field for playing out whatever experience. Yes, ultimately, we are going to have a peaceful planet. Maybe in 3,000 years, maybe in 2,000 years, maybe in 500 years, who knows? But this is starting from within. By unconditionally accepting and loving, which is, by the way, code 100. You can find all my codes in the community board on the channel, has to do with accepting, there is a certain technique there, accepting the human experience. The human experience meaning what you are living, that you are frustrated, that you don't have money, that you are searching for money, that you don't know what to do for work, that you are frustrated with your partner, and all of that. This is part of the human experience. It's not part of the soul. Yet, the soul is in the house of the human. That means that your soul is in your body. And making room to connect with your soul will ultimately change your reality. It cannot happen any other way. That's it. Basic and simple. Now, if you are resisting accepting your soul, the only reason is ignorance. You don't know your soul. You don't know the vibration of your soul. You have glimpses of it in tough moments, when you pray to God. That was the mystic part. When you meditate, yes, but all these are gone now. Because you see, soul now is a factor of your day-to-day life, whether you know it or not. Unless you embody your soul consciously, you are acting unconsciously. This is basically what I'm saying right now. If you don't acknowledge the ray of your soul, how your ray specifically works, you are acting unconsciously. You are running the program. And all the methods of self-knowledge is about remembering who you are. But who you are, it's not something abstract. Not anymore. It's not up in the sky. It's not something hidden that you have to hide from the world. It's you. It's out in the open. It is your sun radiating from within. And this is what is calling you. And there are certain guides upon the planet like me who are carrying the energies of the High Priestess or priests who can transmit with purity, with humbleness, these codes. That's why we were incarnated here. That is our purpose, but not in the way of duty. No, again, it's an old conception. It's not a duty. It's not something that we are forced to do. No, it's who we are. It's an expression. And for some of us, it's also a passion. And for some of us, it's our work, sharing wisdom. There is nothing wrong with that. If you go to a university, don't you pay? Or if you go to a doctor, the lawyer, don't you pay? The same goes with wisdom keepers. That's 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 an energy exchange. It's something that it's our inheritance. And so, whatever I'm sharing here is part of an inheritance. It's part of what I bring forth, and it is useful if you try it, if you trust it, uh, for helping you navigating these extreme, uncertain times upon the planet. So I hope I gave you more info to truly understand what this channel is about. What I want to do is, once the channel has the average, the needed subscriber, which I will be most grateful if you subscribe to the channel, to have a membership about the feminines who want to walk the path of a priestess, to remember, to use the techniques. It's about education. It's not about only remembering, but it's about education. Because I'm a second ray, I'm here to teach. I'm not here to just awaken you, but also to teach you certain techniques. Maybe you are interested in astrology, maybe you are interested in activation, maybe you are interested on knowing and going deeper to how to channel yourself, to connect with yourself, with your own truth. This is an educational program, as the Way of the Rose is also an educational program. And so if you are interested in that, or you have any questions about that, or about yourself, or how to work with that, you can have a 15 minutes free of charge talking with me, and then you can decide for yourself. I'm wishing you a beautiful day. Thank you very much for listening, for being here. I would appreciate you subscribing to the channel, liking the video. It's important for me, and I'm grateful that you are doing it, if you are choosing doing it, of course, and wishing you the best. Bye.